What up, world? Welcome to the Your Inner Hero podcast. I'm your host, Rasta White. Today's topic is real important to me today because this is only my second episode of this podcast, but this is something I have to talk about straight out the gate. You feel me? My podcast is pretty much to help introverts build confidence and self-esteem, right? People like me, people who like to be in the house, people who may have struggled with social anxiety, right? People who wasn't the cool kid in high school, right? They try to develop skills and develop themselves into that person. Be that guy, right? Be that person everybody want to be around and things of that nature. Now, what I do now on this journey that I'm on, I'm 27, right? I'm married and I have a daughter, right? I've been married for about a year and a half. My daughter, she finna be one in a few days. And self-improvement has been something I've been pretty much obsessing over the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, from like 22 to now, even before then, to be honest, subconsciously, I was always trying to get better one way or another. Like when I went to the Navy, right, I wanted to get into a better environment. I wanted to expose myself to new things, new places, and things of that nature so I can grow. Okay. Now, but what I want to talk about is when it comes to self improvement, is that it can be a dangerous thing, right? Self improvement can be dangerous because one point I want to hit on is that it never ends, right? Self improvement never ends. So if you're somebody who's constantly go, 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 I got to get better, I got to get better, I got to get better, AKA me, from time to time, but I pull myself from that. And the reason I do that is because when you're just trying to get better, 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 when are you ever going to enjoy the now? When are you ever going to enjoy who you are now? If you just always thinking about the next thing. Okay, I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle. Boom, I did. Okay, I want to make $10,000. Boom, I did. Okay, now I want to make 100,000. Boom, right? And you just keep going with it. And don't get me wrong, like I said, my content is to help you improve. My content is to motivate you to become a better version of yourself. But one thing I want to make clear early on, if you follow my content, is it's also to help you be happy now, right? And I think happiness and self-improvement is like a catch-22 now, because it's kind of like, how can I be happy with what I have now, but you also telling me to strive for more? Or how can I strive for more when you telling me appreciate the person I am and love the person I am now, right? And I just want to clarify that for people because I don't have all the answers. What I can say is it is a blend, I would say. I don't really like using the word balance, but it is like a delicate blend that you can find where you take enough time out your day to enjoy your life now, appreciate your life now, the people you have in your life, but in your spare time, right, or your day-to-day life, you have habits that make you better. Does that make sense? So what I've been doing is for one, about 6, 7 months ago, I had a spiritual awakening. I started to get closer to God. I started going to church more, reading the Bible. Before that, I was kind of just chasing self-improvement. Like I said, chasing money, chasing success. Like that's all I was thinking about. I was only thinking about success, 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 right? And something really, I don't know what it was that made that shift happen. It's one guy I follow, his name Dorian, Group 82. I know he made a big shift when he dedicated his life to God. And around that time, like I said, about 6, 7 months ago, I started just shifting to like, I need to be happy now. I'm 27, but at 24, it was so many days I spent the whole day just thinking about how I can get better. 25, and that is like, it's not frowned upon at all. And it's actually, that's what's being pushed nowadays, right? Get better. Don't be happy. That's pretty much what you're saying. Don't settle for where you are. Get better, right? And I found myself just always falling in dark places, right? Feeling depressed, feeling like I need to get here. Once I get there, then I will be happy, right? And that's not how happiness works. It's not. I heard Eric Thomas say that before. He say it's the next thing that's what's killing us. When I get married, when I have kids, when I buy a house, when I buy a car, right? And the reality is, once you get that house, you're just gonna be a person that got a house. Once you get that car, okay, now I got a car, right? So you got to start learning take time to just breathe, right? Breathe, be still, and enjoy where you are now. My wife see me struggling with it. She see me brooding about like I need to be doing something productive. I need to be doing something productive. And don't get me wrong, every single day I strive to build my channel. I strive to do things to help people, but my focus is not, like I said, my 20s are going by. And what I'm realizing is if I don't enjoy them now, they're going to be gone. I don't care if I make $1 million when I'm 32, right? $10 million when I'm 38. If I don't enjoy the process along the way, to me, it's just not worth it. I heard Jim Carrey say that before. He said, you can get so caught up in your desire to get better, yearning for a mansion, yearning for this, and then you start pushing away everybody around you, and life just becomes shallow, and it just becomes hollow. I mean, like life becomes just to where everything around you, you just don't see it. All you see is the future, and living in the future is not a good thing. Yes, have your visions. Don't get me wrong. My wife would tell you, I'm a visionary. Like I think about our daughter when she's 18. Let's save money for her to have her college fund. I think about what we gonna be doing when she in high school. What kind of car we gonna get her? Like I think about this type of stuff. Me and my wife, she got a baking business. Like, okay, where do we want this business to go? I believe you need that North Star, right? You need to ask God and clarify, where do you want me to go, right? What do you want me to do? What is my end goal? But guess what? Life isn't over until you're not breathing anymore, right? And that's a gift. Like that's a gift and a curse. What I mean by that is you can look at it one way and be like, well, what's the point of me ever getting better? Like life, what's the point of me getting better if it never ends, right? And then on the other side, it's like, well, if what's the point of me never getting better? It never ends. On the other side, you can look at it in a negative way or a positive way. I would say like life, I need to keep moving. Like, why should I stop? Life, why should I stop? I need to just keep going and keep going and keep going. My story isn't over. And I think, again, like I said, it's that blend. You got to find that balance of enjoying where you are now and also understanding why are you going to this end goal, right? Why do you want to reach that North Star so bad? What is there? And also understanding that once you get there, if you're still breathing, guess what? It's another North Star that's going to be right next. That's going to be, I made it here and now I'm going to be there, So as you move on through life, it's like, how do you be happy now and strive for more? And that's pretty much what my brand is tailored around. It's about helping you get better. Yes. Get better for you though. Not get better for the world, get better for you. I'll give you a perfect example. I got 2020 vision now, or at least close to 2020. But before that, my vision was terrible. Like I could barely see the board a few feet from when I was in class, right? I used to have to be pretty much this close to the board just to see it. And I didn't want to wear glasses because I didn't want to be lame, right? Lame. But anyway, so I got LASIK eye surgery when I was in the military. Thank God for them. They paid for it, right? So I got LASIK eye surgery, and now guess what? My vision is better, and I feel better. Nobody else even know I really had it unless I tell them, right? But this is a self-improvement that I made for me, right? I improved my vision so I could see better in my life, making my life easier. And you can compare that to other things. When some people want to get better or look better, get the muscles or whatever it is, why do you want to do that? Is it for you so you could feel better, or is it for external validation? And it's a real slippery slope. I'm going to be real with y'all. I've got caught in, there was a lot of things I wanted just for external validation, right? More so than myself. And you got to find that balance of doing things. And that's where I believe I'm aligned on that path now, where I'm doing stuff for me now. I may post it. Don't get me wrong. I'm human too. I like getting likes on Facebook. I like when people share my stuff. I like credit. We all human. We like affirmations, reassurance. We like stuff that people tell us to make us feel better about ourselves, right? That's our natural flesh humanness, right? But I don't default to that no more. Like that doesn't define me. And you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people out there who want to get better and they watch motivational content and all of this stuff, but don't really know why they feel good about where they're trying to go. Does that make sense? If it's not about you and it's about everybody else, don't get me wrong, it can push you, it can catapult you to get where you want to go. But when you get there, you're not going to be happy. And like I said, a few times in my life, I done catapulted myself to certain levels of success, got there, and was just like, what was this for? Just so I could say I did it? Just so people could, hey, good job. And then once that's over, you just sitting there like, okay, what's next? It's time to get another applause, right? Versus internally doing stuff and feeling good myself, giving myself a silent applause, right? An applause that only I hear. And if you can master that, giving yourself applause and appreciating it, also the people around you, like I remember, shout out to my mother-in-law, like she's a huge supporter of everything I do. Like she comment on all my stuff, like all my stuff, and I think she genuinely enjoy it as well. But she support me so much. When people support you a lot, it's easy to get used to it, right? It's easy to get used to it that you don't really appreciate it as much no more. You don't thank that person no more. You know, my wife, she support all my stuff now. I got friends out there, my rich uncle, my brother Terrence, right? A lot of my other brothers and cousins that are commenting like on my stuff, they support my stuff. And I try my best to take time out to thank them, right? Take time out to remember you guys. I see y'all. It's easy to not see them. I'm telling you, you got 400 followers on Instagram or whatever who like you and support you, yet you still thinking about that 10,000 that you want to reach, and you not looking at them as what they are. You already got people there, right? And to tie all of that up, it all goes into like self-improvement, wanting to get better, wanting more. It's a great thing, but only if you use it right. Only if it's coming from internal, and only if you appreciate those around you. Again, that's why I want to thank my wife. My wife support me. She comment on all my stuff, like all my stuff. And I see you, girl. I see you. You feel me? My mother-in-law, thank you. My uncle, Terrence, all of you that just comment and constantly support my YouTube channel, thank y'all. You know, it's truly a blessing to have y'all there all the time. Like I see y'all on videos I did 4 years ago, 3 years ago. You know, when old content pop up on Facebook, it's like this was 2 years ago, and you look at it and be like, oh, you've been supporting me this long, right? So start figuring out how to live in the present while you go. Enjoy every step of the way. I know it sounds cliche, but it's real. Y'all do not know how many of us do not do that. We focus on the Lamborghini. We focus on the mansion. That's not happiness. It's not. And y'all probably like, well, you ain't got all of that stuff, so how do you know? From where I come from in life, growing up east side of Detroit, growing up financially struggling bad, like relying on government assistance just to eat, going to sleep some nights without eating pretty much all day, lights out for a few days, things of that nature, to where I live now is like I'm wealthy. Okay, so I have things that I desired when I was a kid. I really desired it. And now I'm like, well, okay, what's next? Well, what's next? But what I'm not going to do is, and if you're watching my content, you sticking with me, what we not going to do is let our life blow by and not have fun. Because you only in your 20s one time. My rich uncle told me that before. You only in your 20s one time. Success and money and all that stuff it's replaceable. It comes and goes. But your 20s only come once. Your 30s only come once. We in the prime of our life, yet we are complaining. I'm in with something I heard Will Smith say in a recent video too. He said he remember. Shout out to him. They did the last Bad Boys movie. I gotta go see that. But he said he remember when he was shooting Bad Boys 2, he said his mind would not let him see, like when he was shooting Bad Boys 2, all he was thinking in his head was, I want to be the biggest actor in Hollywood. I'm striving to be this. I'm striving to be that. Then he said he looked back and be like, yo, I was living in that at that time and I didn't even know it. I was so focused on the future, my mind wouldn't let me soak it in and enjoy it. When I was in my 20s shooting Bad Boys 2. Come on now, that's a huge opportunity. Imagine you shooting Bad Boys 2 when you sitting there like, yeah, this is cool, but I need to be here, right? That just show how easy it is for us to miss out on life and miss out on our prime of our life that we only get one time. So if you out there, for one, I truly appreciate you for listening. One point I hit on was self-improvement never ends. Okay, once you accept that, that don't mean you stop improving yourself. You just shift how you do it. you start improving yourself eternally. Improve yourself for you and enjoy it. Understand, it don't end. That's the good thing about it. As long as your story is still being written, keep writing. Write it how you want it. Have fun with it. This is our playground. God gifted us with our own pen to write things, right? Well, he wrote our whole overall story, you get what I mean? But he give us our own willpower. We have the power to do what we want to do while we're here on this earth, this temporary life. So make the most out of it. Enjoy it. Love people. Live. That's the one thing I love about the Bible. It talks a lot about spiritual ways of looking at life, loving thy neighbor, doing things like that and enjoying it. So that's one point I hit on. The second point is you have to be okay with who you are now. You have to be okay with who you are today. Like I said, it's that blend. Being okay with who you are now, enjoying that cup of coffee every morning. I once heard, if you won't be happy with a cup of coffee, you won't be happy in a yacht. Eddie Pinero said that. If you can enjoy a cup of coffee, you won't enjoy riding in a yacht. And as simple as it sounds, it is real. I promise y'all. So let's enjoy it. Let's be happy with who we are today while we improve ourselves. Don't obsess too much over improving yourself. Take your time out, work out, eat right, things of that nature, things I'm practicing every day. I work out, do push-ups, sit-ups, feel me? I drink my black coffee. Sometimes I fast a little bit, let my body clean itself out, and I have fun with it. I'm treating it like a video game. You playing the game and you building you a character, you enjoying it, right? A lot of times I didn't used to enjoy it because, again, I used to be so obsessed with beating the game, maxing out the player. But you can learn to enjoy it while you build your player. That's all you are. You are God's creation. You building, and it's just like step by step until your story is over. So enjoy each step of the way. Again, my channel is to help introverted people build confidence, because that's really the root of confidence is I'm enough now. When you about to go deliver a speech, when you about to give a toast at a wedding, whatever it is you about to do that is nerve-wracking, confidence stems from knowing I am enough now. Not the me that I see in 5 years, 10 years. I ain't there yet. So I'm nervous because I ain't there yet. But if you could tell yourself, I am enough now in everything that I do, you'll find your happiness going to a whole nother level. I'm Rasta White. I'm here to help you unleash your inner hero. Stay tuned for more episodes like this, and I truly appreciate your time today. So get out there, be happy, keep growing, but remember, you gotta be happy now. Peace out.